Hey guys, I want to bring you guys another episode here for the How to KEM series, and on this one we're going to do Strikezone Blitz. I'm saying that your defense is right here, just so you guys are all clear on that. And the first one I'd like to recommend is trying to get first blood. The reason being is they drop this little blue thing in its briefcase, and it gives you field orders, so a good place to check is right here. And this will get you a good chance at getting a field order that is very easy, like getting one kill or knifing somebody. If this is the case, you get to knife somebody or get that one kill and drop a care package, and hopefully it'll be a KEM. Okay, I'm just messing about that one, guys, but seriously. I'll just go into some setups here and show you guys the easy ways to do it. The easiest one to do, in my opinion, is the pro shop here. Watching this exit right here. When you're here, you got to be careful of the people shooting from the skywall right there. Spawn point right here, that one's not quite as common right there, but then they'll spawn right here a lot, like this is probably their most common spawn on the map, which is why watching that exit is pretty good for you to do. There's also some other spawns in there, but those ones are that one right there that I showed you is the main one. I just showed you guys the other one just because you have to be careful of that if you're trying to go in there. There might be somebody that just spawned there that you didn't know about. They also spawn back here and back here quite a bit. And then there is a spawn over here at the top, which is really tricky, which I'll get into later in the video. But we'll go back over here and show you guys the spots you guys want to try to camp out at to get your KEM on the pro shop area. You usually want to stick over here and try to pick up kills by just crouching right here and not showing too much of yourself at the same time as you can still see them. This is cardboard box right here, or maybe it's possibly wood. I'm not sure. Either way, I'm gonna guess you probably don't want to be behind that too much. I'd recommend hiding behind these ammo crates if you actually get a lot of people coming out here. Excuse me. So this way you get to sit here, and as they come out, it's pretty easy shots, mainly because usually when they're right there, they don't really have anything to hide behind unless they're trying to like lean over that wall or something like that, but usually it won't be too common. The other spot that you want to mix up with this is you can crouch right here. When you're crouching right here, they can't see you. So you want to back up and do a little crouch bob thing, and usually you'll be able to pick up a lot of kills like that. The only thing you have to be careful with at this is that, as you see right now, you can't actually see them when they're running out when you're crouched. So if you're crouching, reloading, or something like that, and you go check up here, make sure that when you're shooting in there that somebody didn't get out like right here and it's coming up right next to you. Another good spot on here is to sit right here. You can lean. I'm not a big fan of leaning all the time. It can be good, but it's kind of one of those things where you just do situationally. Like I wouldn't say just, oh hey, just sit here and lean the entire time. Reason being is your shot is a little bit off, like you're at an angle. It kind of seems a little bit weird to do. If you're really good at it, feel free, go ahead and do it and show me up, I guess. But the thing is, if they make it out there, then you kind of are like over here like, oh shit, the guy made it out there, now I gotta go check over here. And while you're checking this, since it's such a common spawn, they might come out there and they might run back through here and end up coming over here and knifing you. It's a big streak under, kind of sucks. Either way, this one is pretty easy KEM right here. So I would definitely try doing that. If you really have to, you can try mixing it up right here. And there's a good spot you can bob up and down right here. I don't recommend doing this later on in the game. Right here I'm not jumping, by the way. I'm just moving back and forth. You can move back and forth. You can shoot them off that spawn right there. You drop down, look over here. They'll spawn there. You bob back up, and you shoot them. The thing you do really have to be careful about, same thing as the other one, you have to make sure they don't come to the skywall right there, so hopefully you have a teammate watching that. And that's pretty much all that there is to say on that one. That's just to mix it up a little bit. I would get on the streak right here and then move back to one of these spots. That one's the safest of the three, but you can do whatever you want to do there. Try to mix it up a little bit. If you have your teammates watching that, another one that I like to do is to integrate this one right here with the one over in bar that I'm about to show you in a minute. So you sit here, you got a teammate already sitting here watching pro shops. You're like, alright, I want to be a dick to that kid. I'll go ahead and watch a different spot and just help him out a little bit. You can do the thing where you watch whatever you want to call that. Sky bridge. I don't know how it's a sky bridge because it's definitely on the ground. Maybe people call it sky bridge, so let's call it sky bridge. But you can watch this at the exit from pro shop and then back it up here, and you can also help the person out up there. So you're kind of just like a floater at this point. You pick up kills, get assists. Hopefully you have hardline on so the assists count towards kills, and just rack up a few here. And then as you're here, you can also rotate to here. This spot's kind of nice because it's a little bit more active, I want to say, if they're not all coming out of pro shop. After a while, they usually stop going out of pro shop just because they're not really making any progress. So just go over here, head glitch a little bit, and you can see people. You do have to be careful because for some reason, like these things are really tricky. Sometimes you can shoot them, sometimes you can't. I don't understand it. But then you can also rotate over here, which is what I was saying. I wouldn't recommend going right through the middle. Like you want to go through kitchen or something like that, making sure that it's clear. Hopefully you have a teammate that goes up here, and you see that it doesn't get picked off, and you still have a person in Skybridge. But you can go over here, and then you camp in the bar from this side. This spot right here is really tricky. They'll spawn, like, you can be right here and they'll spawn behind you. It sucks. It's one of those spawn points that you just kind of want to stay away from, like, if you're on a streak. So you can stay up here and you can get the kills right there, and you get the kills right there because they'll come out of pro shot from that really common spawn point I said that was right there. So you can get a bunch of kills really quick right there. And then after you get this bunch of kills really quick, do not stay around here. If you're on a 10 plus, just don't do it. Back up into bar. Stay right here. A lot of free kills come through the hallway. They don't have anything to hide behind there. Basically, you have to get the better shot on them. If you do that, you'll be able to get a lot of kills from that, just because of how many people spawn there and how trickily they spawn there. So if you're staring at it, usually they won't spawn at it. Miraculously, sometimes they will. So just be careful of that. Another spot you can do is you can come back here and you can head glitch this bar kind of thing. Usually this is pretty nice too, but the only thing is you have really small windows, so if they have agility on, they'll usually make it through there, depending. So you have to like do some like switcheroo thingies around here and keep going back and forth. But then somebody else might make it through and you might get picked off. So just stay alert when you're in there. Other than that, that spot's not too hard to explain. It's just head glitch that, and hopefully you don't have people coming through too much at one time. And usually I would recommend using an AR. I know there's a lot of people like using SMGs. If you were to use an SMG in this spot right here, I would recommend the TAR just because of how I said you have to kill them really quickly. On the other side, so now I'm saying that you are offending from this side, so you're trying to score over there. There is a pretty common spawn point right here. And with that being said, same thing here. If you're right here, there's a chance they will spawn behind you, and they can also spawn in the bar. The bar they just don't spawn in the bar if you're there. So if you're in the bar, it's really good to sit there and help your team out so they don't spawn there unless you're trying to score, because you can score by coming through there. So we're not really trying to do the how to score thing right now, so we're going to do the how to KEM series again. So I recommend sitting in bar, having somebody in bar, or if there is nobody in bar, just be aware that they can spawn behind you. You can head glitch this. For some reason this bar is really hard to pick you off of. They'll come right there, and right in that corner right there. That corner right there is the one you really want to watch because of how many people spawn there. The other ones are from people running over to you. The other spawn points that are really common on this side are right there, like a ton. I've seen people sitting right here and having people spawn right in front of them. It's kind of funny. They will also spawn right there very commonly, and then right here. I think that there's one over there too, but this one's the main one right here. There's also a few more. Like I said, there's one right there. I was saying this corner before, but there is also one right there. Running out of ammo. Ah! Reload. Where's my scat packs? Then I think they also spawn right here. It's kind of a weird spawn. Not really sure. Either way, just be aware of those. And the bottom of the bridge ones are really common. I used to do a thing where I'd run back and forth if I had people blocking these other spawns, and you can get a lot of kills really quickly, but usually you'll get picked off. That one's the most recommended one over there for me. But I will also go ahead and show you guys this one over here. It's kind of the same thing as the reverse pro shop one. You basically want to head glitch this. It's kind of like what you were doing when you were right here, when I said when you were watching the other side to watch them coming out of pro shop. It's a good head glitch. You get a lot of ways to like kind of get away from them if you need to. If they come out of there and there's a ton of me, like, oh shit, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go up here and just like camp or whatever. And usually you have more teammates coming out because of how common your pro shop spawn is, and they can pick them up for you. With that being said, you can also go up here and pick off the people that are coming either from the bottom of the staircase, right over there. They might come right to you. I don't recommend poking out here like what I'm doing right now, just because the people that are on the staircase, I was just trying to show a point where they were coming from and stuff. So I recommend staying back here, and you can jump over these boxes and usually do pretty good on that. But that is pretty much the basic ideas behind that. If you want to, when you're on an early streak, I don't recommend this just because of how easily it is for them to pick you off here. You can come over here and crouch. These shots are sometimes hard to see because there's a ton of people spawning down there. That's why I say it. Like, usually there'll be somebody like proning right down there or something. It's just, you can't pick them off. Well, you can, but it's not going to be very easy for you to do. So I would stay here, get a few kills off the bottom spawns right there. Usually you can see their guns when they spawn in that corner, and you can just wait for them to come out. And then just rotate back up here for the more safe route. Either way, hopefully this helped you guys out. Let me know what you guys are thinking, how I'm doing, everything like that. Feel free to make requests. This is actually a request for Philip. He is in the comments. I'm sure you guys see him on the stream all the time. So hopefully this helped you out, Philip. And if somebody else wants a request, let me know. Right now I'm trying to do Blitz, so please try to stick to that for the maps that I haven't done. And I will get back to you guys with another video very shortly. Sorry for the delay on the How to KEM series. I've been stream grinding recently, so hopefully you guys understand that. I know a lot of you guys have been in there a lot, so be sure to like and subscribe. I think subscribe. Yep, subscribe on YouTube. Let's go. Okay, guys, I'm going to end the video, so I stop talking now. Have a nice day. I can't end the video.